Hi guys, this question's for anyone who wants it. I just wanted to ask about your competition. Is this the XSET you guys expected? Did they exceed your expectations, or did they do anything that really caught you off guard?
I think they've been looking really good this tournament. We know what their win conditions are, like the strengths in the team. Cryo cells being one of them today. I think that Copenhagen, they kind of underperformed, and it seems like this event, they're like, I wouldn't say overperforming, but like we haven't seen them perform this well before, I guess. So yeah, I mean, like it's not like we underestimated them. We knew how good they could be. Just a few sloppy things today, maybe some mistakes by me and Jake on Pro, but yeah, it is what it is.
Thank you.
Let's go next to Brandon from Run It Back.
Thank you. So that leads me into my question for you, Coach Mini, regarding Pearl. Lost both opportunities here at Champions so far against NA teams. Do you think there's just kind of a difference in the regions, or what kind of tweaks do you think you might have to make your Pearl more successful?
I think part of it is just playing like we do in scrims to a degree. Like we do have things that we can do that I feel like don't put us in these situations, but at the same time, it's a bit of both. Like I feel like we don't have maybe the strongest theory, but at the same time, the strongest is not, we're not executing right either. So it's like a bit of both. And then unfortunately, it just looks like we're just not as good as NA on Pro, but like that's probably not true. It's just like execution isn't there as well as some of the theory things. It feels like we had a rough attack side in both those games. And I feel like if we go away and review again, like we'll be like, oh, Jesus, like we could have just done this and it'd be fine. You know what I mean? So yeah.
We'll go next to Alec from VLR.
Hey guys, we saw immediately once you walked out that the crowd was fully behind you. So I just want to get your feelings on what it was like playing like that. And I suppose anyone can answer, but Alpha, I think, should go first.
It was good. We lost, but it's okay. We have a match tomorrow, and Weavers is hyping me a lot of and team. So we're gonna be strong tomorrow.
How did it feel?
I'm feeling good because of this.
No, how did it feel with the crowd?
It's good.
We'll go next to a question from the chat. This is from Armando Montes from Prensa Esports. My question is for anyone who wants to answer. At the moment, the 3 EMEA teams are in the lower bracket. What do you think is the reason for these results? Is there a difference between NA and Europe in question of level, or just bad luck?
I think it's like, I wonder if NA had to answer these questions every single time that we beat them. You know,
they did.
Like, like it's just Valorant's a tight game with good teams. You know, like we win some pistols against 100 Thieves in that first match, and we win that game. You know what I mean? Like it's just the margins are so thin between these teams that like, and then we don't get to play each other that much. There's a few tournaments, so it's like narratives are sprung from like whatever happens in that tournament. You know what I mean? Like 1 minute a narrative about our team is that we're like this, and then another minute it's like that, and it's just like it's crazy that like we know what the narrative is because like we were here day in day out. But like yeah, these like it is gonna happen, but like yeah, it's just the teams are close. You know what I mean? A few 2 losses to NA or a few losses to NA doesn't mean you use that rubbish or anything. You know what I mean?
We'll go next to Mustafa from Esports Gazetesi.
Selamlar, sorum Alfajer'e. Öncelikle yenilgin için üzgünüm. Seyirciler karşısında oynadığın ilk maç senin performansında bir düşüşe neden oldu mu? Ayrıca yarın Liquid ile oynayacaksınız. Bu EMEA derbisi hakkında ne düşünüyorsun?
Ya seyircilerle oynamak beni aslında düşürmedi. Tam tersi hype'ladı ama bugün bir tık unlucky'ydi ya. Oynadığımız oyunlarda yani hatalı oynadık. Yani bu hataları bugün fixleriz. Liquid ile olan maçımızda hatalarımızı fixlersek yenebileceğimizi düşünüyorum.
Başarılar, teşekkürler.
Thank you. Are there any more questions from remote media? If not, we'll move to the media in-house. Great. Who would like to go first?
Hello guys, I could from Upcomer. My question is to anyone but Alpha. Even though you're not, a Turkish team, the community here has embraced you like a local team, as you've seen from the wildcard. How does it feel to have the home crowd buff in not a home country?
It's the best feeling. It's just too good. Every kill, we feel the ground trembling under us. It's so nice. Like, I enjoy it. I think all of us, we enjoy it so much. Like, yeah, if you guys have any feelings to share, but honestly, like every round that we win, so we don't hear everything so much as you might think. We don't really hear it, but we can feel it, like the noise, the vibrations, we hear everything that way. And then we can see around us and we can feel the energy, and it's so nice. So I hope we play as many games as possible here to have that feeling again and again until the grand finals.
That's beautiful, man. Thank you.
This one's from Minnie. Shangaris did an interview about, I think 3 days ago, where he said that he could see a world where we won't really need like flash agents in Valorant anymore, as we get agents with abilities that can clear angles pretty clearly without them. I was just wondering if you agree with that sentiment.
Sorry, in the future, as in like right now?
No, as more agents come out.
Yeah, I mean, like if agents continue to have basically it's just initiation tools. Like if you have loads more info initiator tools like Drone or Prowlers, then flashes become less like 100% necessary. But at the same time, like a flash is still pretty good sometimes to get you out of trouble. So like I think that their line of thinking is going down, like thinking about Sage comps quite a lot. And I'm not too sure about that line of reasoning. But in terms of like double initiators without flashes, I think that can be good. Like we see on Ascent sometimes, Sova and Fade with no flashes is really good. But I would disagree if he's thinking about it in lines of like Sages.
Thank you.
We had one more come in from the chat. This is from Ian St. Lawrence. This is a question for Boaster. What do you see the strengths of Brimstone on Fracture rather than Sage?
Brimstone for Sage. Well, Brimstone's the controller. Sage is the sentinel with the wall. So I'm gonna say that the reason why you'd run Brimstone is for the kind of extremely burst kind of explosive strats where you set up and you just I'm smoking and we go stim beacon out and here we go and hold W. I think Sage is pretty good on Fracture for still doing that. But the difference, I guess, is obviously Sage will still need a smoker. So you can go Omen, Brim, Astra even if you wanted to. But Sage is just for kind of like you hit the mains and you just wall up and that gives you the space in order to kind of, if enemy teams are using utility on you, you can get out more safely. So I think that's it. Brim for the 3 smokes, a lot better Ferrari A main kind of strats. And Sage is just good safety with the ball. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Thank you. Are there any more questions for FNATIC? FNATIC, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. We'll be right back with the next team.